Welcome back to the channel. More mandolin today. Turned on the blue light behind me for some bluegrass. Oh, dad jokes. This is a tune called Salt Creek. Now, I've played this for years with Wee Banjo 3 and we always did it in the key of D. I didn't really know that it was in any other key. I looked it up and everybody seems to play it in the key of A. So we're going to learn it in D. Going to show you some triplets, of course, because I'm Irish and you know how we love triplets in Ireland. So I think this is what they call D mixolydian. So it's not D minor and it's not D major. So I love putting in triplets in this first part. I'm not sure if bluegrass players do that, even if we played it in the key of A. It sounds way more groovy to my ear down on the lower register. For those folks who are on irishbanjolessons.com with a little bit of mandolin, or on my Patreon, going to have a slow version of this. Let's get the tune down first and foremost. Then we're going to look at some groove and some ornamentation. Now I know I have a bunch of Irish players who watch this, so just so that you know, this is a new mandolin to me. It's an Eastman 815, oval hole F style. I love it. I'm using a Dunlop Flow 1mm pick. Now, this is a heavy pick similar to what bluegrass players use. Definitely one that I've seen and I have is a Wiegand, and that gives a lovely woody sound. I'm not a great chopper. This is one of the things that I'm going to learn. This year, 2025, the year of the Mando chop. For the triplets, I do find having a pick with a little point to it helps ever so slightly. Great, I dropped a brown pick onto a dark red floor. Right, that took me like 5 minutes to find that. Here we are, back with a bit of a pointy pick. Definitely helps with the triplets. So let's walk through this slowly-ish and put in some of these triplets. And again, like a triplet's 3 in the space of 2 or thereabouts. Don't get too het up over whether it's hemi-demis, semi-quavers, or, you know, 3 eighth notes in the space of 2, which is essentially the way that I think about it. Now, if you're wondering where the triplets go, almost always, or I'm going to say always, they're going to go on the 1 and the 3. If you try to do a triplet on the 2, so what do I mean by the 2? 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and down, up, down, up, da, 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 da. When you do the triplet on the up, on the 2, it's going to make it sound like a polka. Right? So, like in the second half. So the triplets are coming on the 1 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you try and do them on the 2, on the upstroke or on that upbeat, you end up sounding like a polka. And it's not where we kind of generally tend to do them in Irish music, where the triplets lie best on the down. Now, the reason that I think it's beneficial to think of the triplet as 3 in the space of 2 is that, and I know people have argued with me saying, no, this is 2 16th notes and a dotted 8th note. But if you think about it like that, you're going to end up putting them in like overly crispy, I think. Because you're going to be concentrating on making it the 2 16th notes really fast, as opposed to trying to elongate the 3 and fit it more into the flow of the tune. The other important point is don't jerk at them and don't try and hit them harder. And again, I think that's, if you're not used to doing triplets, or even if you're used to the idea, but you're like, oh my God, it's a triplet, you tend to build it up in your head as this big stumbling block that you're going to hit. So you better dig in real hard. And then it comes out like this kind of really overly accentuated, too crispy kind of sound that gets all kind of rammed and jammed together. Whereas we want it to flow, part of the tune. That everybody misses triplets. I miss them all the time. The thing is to distract by doing more. Here's one more round of Salt Creek. I'm going to throw in a bunch of stuff. Let's see what happens. And again, if you're on Patreon, if you're on irishbanjolessons.com, I'll have all the graduated lessons for this. So the slow and the easy triplets and a little bit more pace, and then a version where we do a little bit of everything. So you'll be able to learn the curve, not just kind of jump in and go, oh my God, where are all these triplets coming out of? If you're upset by all of the triplets, let me know in the comments. It really helps the algorithm. Now, to keep you all happy, play it in A as well, just in case like any of the chair snappers are at home in their own house, breaking chairs and realizing there's nobody around. There you go. The gods of bluegrass and old time may not smite me just yet.